It's our first encounter with the police ever since doing van life. Police presence on this island is very, very real, and they are looking to find camper vans.
When they were circling our car last time, it was really scary because we could see them clearly. Wow, I think this is blooming fantastic. We're right on the beach here.
It's going to be a wild night.
Oh my God, we're in. This is so cool. Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a British couple who have been doing full-time van life in the UK for the last 3 years. But recently, for many reasons, we've moved into doing full-time car camping and have just started our first proper European adventure in our Citroën Berlingo named Bobby. Last time we saw you, we left south of France, where we unfortunately came across quite a bit of crime whilst in our micro camper, and decided to head to Ibiza instead, after finding some cheap ferry tickets from Barcelona. Our first few days on the island have been fun, with sunset parties and beautiful beaches, but wild camping is strictly prohibited on the island, which can result in a €750 fine and your vehicle taken off you if you were caught. And luck would have it, we've just had our first run-in with Ibiza police. Is the pleasure worth the pain and the party worth the punishment, or should campers be left alone so long as they aren't causing a disturbance or making a mess? It's time for part 2 of our car camping adventures on Ibiza.
Welcome back to the channel. We are still in Ibiza, car camping in Ibiza, and believe it or not, we're actually stuck outside a garage right now. We'll get to that in a second. Since the last time we saw you, actually quite a bit's happened that I'm actually going to share with you before we crack on with what we're doing today and what have you. So as you know, we're on Ibiza, we're living in a car, you know all the story by now. We've come to Ibiza knowing that it's going to be challenging because the police don't want us here. The local police here don't want camper vans here. And we assume the reason why is because not every camper is a conscious camper. By that I mean leave no trace. So we are conscious campers. We do not wreck areas. We try to leave them better than when we found them. We thought we'd come and give it a go anyway. We believe in freedom more than anything, and it would be a shame to miss out on seeing somewhere as beautiful as Ibiza just because the police are cracking down on it. However, the law states that you can sleep in your car or vehicle overnight. You just can't camp. So there's like a grey area between it all. Anyway, the police in Ibiza, we've heard rumours for the whole time we've been here, are really hot on it. And they are trying to give out fines to campers to put people off. The fines are up to €750 and they could take away your vehicle as well. We thought they were just rumours, yet we were being as careful as possible. We managed to get away with it. The last time we saw you, we did a couple of nights, our first 2 nights here, and we got away with it. Since last seeing you, a couple of more nights have passed, and we have had problems with the police. We've had an actual encounter with the police already. It's our first encounter with the police ever since doing van life, and that's in 3 years, and it happened here in Ibiza. So what happened was we were sleeping overnight in a car park, and it was like it was a car park with no restrictions whatsoever. And as you know, this vehicle, the majority of the windows are blacked out, tinted, where you can just see through them if the sun's going through or if there's a light on the inside. And that night, before we went to bed, for the very, very first time, I put the reflective shield on the windscreen. I don't know why we did that. I'm so bloody pleased that we did. You'll find out why in a second. We woke up at about 7:30 in the morning. We had a little bit of a lie-in because we didn't have the best night's sleep, to be honest with you. And we woke up to a police car pulling up next to our car, our Citroën Berlingo. And I nudged Janine and was like, Janine, and she got up and went, oh my God. And we just sat there really, really still. The policeman got out of the vehicle took his notepad out with the fine booklet in, we assumed, and started walking around the vehicle, looking at it, checking it. And because the front windscreen was completely covered, I thought, he's fined us. Someone's complained that we're here and we look like we're camping, and he's given us a fine, half expecting to go to the front windscreen and see a ticket saying €750 or whatever, or come to the police station or whatever. He circled the van, and he circled the van again. The whole time Janine and I was completely still and quiet in there, trying not to make a movement because we were just hoping that he hadn't seen us or didn't know that we were inside it. Once again, I was half expecting him to knock on the door. He didn't. He got back into his vehicle, and at this point I didn't know whether he'd find us or not. He drove about 5 inches and then slammed on the brakes, wound down the window, and then looked through our the back of our window here, which is completely tinted, so we can look out, but sort of you can't look in. But we didn't know whether he stopped because he saw our silhouettes. So literally, you've got policeman's face on this side of the glass, and then you've got Janine's face on that side of the glass, both just staring at each other. It was the most, honestly, one of those moments I'll never ever forget. And he went like that, and then he drove off. It was like, honestly, one of those moments. And as soon as they departed and they were clear, I walked out the van, checked the front windscreen, no fine. The police just came.
Oh my God, I feel really shaky.
The police just came and pulled up outside our vehicle and did a full surveillance of our vehicle. I'm not sure if they find us or not. Thank God for that. It's all good.
We've not been fined?
No.
Oh my God, thank God for that. I swear, because we've got like this glass where we can look out, but they can't see in. The police officer just looked straight at me.
He drove forwards, stopped, and then just stared at us, didn't he?
Stared at us, didn't he?
And we're there staring back at...
we were just sat there staring back at him thinking, oh my God.
Stay there, let's have a look and see what it would have looked like to him. Do you know what?
What?
It's so filthy. It's so dusty on that back window. You can't see a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay.
And the other thing that was gone really well for us is, for the first time last night, we put on the front visor. For the first time.
The first time, didn't we?
How lucky are we? My only assumption is that one of two things or both things happened. Some campers in hot countries leave their footwear outside the van when they get in it at night. Some campers obviously leave camping chairs outside, and we don't leave anything, whether we're in the UK or here, or whether we're in here or anywhere, we don't leave anything. So I assume that he just either one thought that, or two thought that there's no one inside it, I'm gonna get going. We've got to leave now. We're at the mechanics, and I'll explain the rest in a second. Quick change of location. So yeah, what we learned from that experience was that, one, police presence on this island is very, very real, and they are looking to find camper vans. They are there to do it. The rumours are true. The police are trying to find camper vans. The second thing that we learned from it was that you can get away with it if you do these two things, which is what we did by accident. Well, intentionally as well. Be stealth, black out the windows, be in the back of it, cover every single window so they can't see into it. Two, don't leave your gear outside. I think if you don't leave your gear outside, you can probably get away with most camping on this island, free wild camping. Don't call it wild camping, it's wild camping that they're trying to stop. So we now, moving forwards, we know that the police presence is very, very real. We have escaped a €750 fine, and we do not want to put ourselves in that position again. So what we are doing today and the next couple of days is that the part of the island that the police are trying to protect for whatever reason, the part of the island that is, they've put an almost complete ban on camper vans. We're going to go and see all those beaches and see what it is they're trying to protect. I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful and quite exclusive and all the rest of it. And we've got an incredible night out planned that we're going to try and bring you along as well. But they're very, very hot on cameras on this island. Yeah, lots going on. Anyway, back to why we were just at a garage and mechanics is that our electrics have gone. Our cigarette lighter, the thing that we rely upon to charge our power bank when we're driving, and our fridge, very, very important source of power for us, has broken. First thing I did was get a cotton earbud with some vinegar and tried to see if it was because of corrosion in there. I got rid of loads of the sort of any sort of corrosion that was on there, but that didn't do it. We know now it's potentially a fuse, but getting to the fuse in these Citroën Berlingos, especially for the cigarette lighter, it's quite difficult. I know where the fuse box is and I can access the fuses, but it's buried under there, so it needs someone who knows what they're doing. So we need to get that sorted for not just for Ibiza, but everything that we're doing. We left there, we're going back next week or in a few days' time to go and get that sorted. So for now, we are going to carry on and check out some of the best beaches in Ibiza, and a lot of these beaches appear in the top 10 of beaches in Ibiza and in Spain as well. So let's go and find out why.
Okay, so we are at a place called Calabasa. Or is it Calabasa or Calabosa? Calabasa. It's a gorgeous beach, rated one of the top beaches in Ibiza, and by the looks of it, I can agree, it's absolutely stunning. It costs €6 to park, but I think we can get a free drink for that. So I think that's where we're going to go to straight away. Head to the bar and get a drink, and then check out this gorgeous beach. We made our way along one of the many beach bars on Casa Bossa Beach to redeem our free drink. This was clearly an exclusive place with white cushioned sunbeds and sofas everywhere, the white being symbolic of somewhere expensive on the island. The beach and bars were crowded, but we eventually found somewhere to sit where Liam enjoyed a cold beer and me a coffee, costing almost €6. Ouch. This beach is stunning, potentially one of the nicest beaches on Ibiza, with azure waters and white sand, and restaurants and bars with laid back house music and DJs, and boutique shops amongst the shade at the back. Okay, cool. So that beach was absolutely gorgeous. One of the most gorgeous beaches that I think I've seen so far in Ibiza. It was stunning, and the sea was just bright blue. It was so nice. However, we have left now because it was just so busy. Like, we couldn't get a sunbed on the front, and it was just rammed full of people. The bars were busy, which was nice. It gave a nice atmosphere, but they were so expensive. And yeah, there were a few rules and stuff, and it just felt a little bit too exclusive, if you know what I mean, for me and Liam right now. We just fancy just chilling. So we're going to shoot off and try and find somewhere else. Right, you ready to go somewhere else?
Yeah, let's go and check out some more beaches.
These kids don't play. Get dressed up for the night at the break of dawn.
After the last beach, we're on beach number 2 now. I've got a better feeling about this one. Although this car park is free, it's quite busy, so who knows.
Cala Comte was a short 2-minute drive from Casa Bossa Beach and a 2-minute walk from the car park. The rugged rock formation along the wild Balearic Sea allowed for one large main beach with beautiful cave-like restaurant overlooking the sea, but also had many other similar beaches along the shoreline to find your perfect place to spend the day. Also a very popular place for boats to hang out and party whilst on their individual tours. Words cannot describe how stunning this shoreline is, so much so we decided to go on a short hike away from the crowds. Just walking around these rocks, trying to find a little bay or a rock to sit on. We've ended up walking for ages. The busy beach is all the way back there, but we're completely on our own up here. We can't find anywhere to stay, but we can hear, like, it sounds like a massive party. We're completely isolated, and there sounds like a massive party just around the corner, so I don't know, I think we might go and check it out and see what's happening.
I think it's a boat. Do
you
having
think?
A party. Yeah, because I've just looked on the map and like this just goes, it's a hiking trail, that's all.
Yeah, okay.
So all of the beaches are that way, and this is beautiful, but it's a hiking trail.
Yeah.
But it's a nice hike, isn't it? Hey?
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. The
Can't
views from up here.
Turquoise.
Amazing. Feeling mesmerised by the colour of the water, we also took some time out to relax and soak up some of the Ibizan sun. No matter how busy you are in life or how active your mind is, being in such environments instantly relaxes you.
Maybe we were born this way. Locked up in our dreams, no need to survive. So I just get on my knees and pray. Yeah, we're happy and we're cool as ice, suffering in paradise.
Our third and final beach of the day in our journey to see Ibiza's top beaches is Cala Terida Beach. This was probably one of our favourites, as it was less crowded and the beach was more wild, even with some waves coming in. But we later found out that sunbeds here with umbrellas cost €60.
So there you have it. Top 3 beaches in Ibiza, and this whole area, like where we're parked now, we would be thinking usually, oh, we could stay here overnight, it'd be all right, go to a local bar, get some food, that sort of thing. But this whole area, if you go on Park for Night, you will see that every single park up is the police threatening in the comments saying you can't park here, it's completely banned in this district especially. Why is it banned in this district? Well, after seeing the beaches that we've seen today and seeing the huge prices of drinks and sunbeds and all the rest of it, we can think that maybe they're trying to keep the riffraff out. I think that's what it's all about. So it's sort of banned on the whole island, but here it's a lot more policed. And if you look at the Park for Night comments, you'll see some sort of stories of people explaining why you shouldn't be parking around here. It's too risky and all the rest of it. So we're obviously not going to do that. I don't want to wake up to a €750 fine or the thing being clamped or whatever. So we're going to go and find a park up that we feel a bit better about. Still risking it, still a bit risky, but if we can arrive there at a park up before sunset, then we'll be all right. Anyway, the good thing is those beaches were beautiful. We've had some nice times just chilling out at these beaches today, but we're returning tomorrow around this neck of the woods for something epic, hopefully. But now to the north of the island, potentially, to go and find a sunset spot and a park up.
I'm really looking forward to going to see the sunset tonight. It's going to be really good. But I am slightly nervous actually about where we park. I just don't want to have any more run-ins with the police. We've already had one and I'm feeling a little bit nervous about that because when they were circling our car last time, it was really scary because we could see them clearly. It was just really scary. So yeah, hopefully we don't bump into any police. Fingers crossed.
Minute by minute we count down. We're heading for it. The turn of a page and the chapter is gone. It's gone. So you go your own way and I go.
There's no sign saying we can't, and she seems to think this is a little bit more out the way, so the police are less likely to disturb us or have a problem with us being here. So I reckon we should just, if I park up there a bit more out the way, stay here for the night.
Yeah?
Beautiful spot, hey?
Beautiful.
Music, beach, gonna have some wine over there.
Nice. Let's do it. Wow, I think this is blooming fantastic. We're right on the beach here. I don't know if this is dodgy though, but I don't know. It just looks gorgeous.
Open your heart, open your mind tonight. Not even a storm can tame this heart on fire. Just make me believe in love when you're gone. Forever after. Just make me believe that we find someone here in the afterglow. Just make me believe in love when you're gone. Forever after. Just make me believe that we find someone here in the afterglow. Here in the afterglow.
Beautiful sunset. Lovely wine, olives. What else did we have? Bread. I'm walking backwards. Liam's drunk, I'm not, because someone has to be responsible. And now we're off to bed. Hopefully we can wake up with no hassle tomorrow, but we'll see. What do you reckon?
I don't even like to think about it, to be honest with you. I really don't. I just honestly, I just imagine waking up in the morning and leaving the vehicle very early or driving away very early, whatever we do, and just no trouble whatsoever. I don't even want to think about the other alternative.
I know. What a beautiful, beautiful spot to be wild camping.
Good night. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. As the sun was rising over Ibiza, shining the first light on the waking world, we woke up and headed onto the beach away from the car for our morning tea. Bathing our feet in the trickly cold salty water, one thing we've noticed doing car camping is not just that we seem to spend every waking hour outside, but also that we usually awake when the sun is rising. With so many people now cashing in on red light therapy and its huge healing potential, we wondered if they knew that the red light spectrum is most prominent in the first light of the day, a free gift from the sun to the whole planet. And with all the emerging research around barefoot walking, earthing and grounding, and its alkalizing and anti-inflammatory effect on the body, then the mornings for us have become an incredibly healthy way to start the day, compared to how we were living in the van in the UK, where the cold climate often kept us indoors more than it did outdoors. Whether that's 1-0 to car camping or to Southern Europe, we don't know, but the combination of the two for us has been a highlight of this new chapter in our lives. We noticed a local cafe opening, offering oat milk lattes, so we took the opportunity to sit in the sun and enjoy a proper coffee.
Good morning. That's a really nice start to the day. You cannot complain at that whatsoever. Nice sleep, peaceful beach, sunrise, coffee, all of it. Just like the ideal start to the day. Something, once again, that you probably can only get whilst car camping or whatever. So we feel very, very grateful for that. And going to local coffee places and stuff is a good way for us to support local businesses. We do it everywhere we go. We've done it for the last 3 years whilst we've been doing Vanlife. And it's a very affordable way of supporting local businesses, and we always do it, and we enjoy it as well because it just connects you to like the local culture and stuff. You get to speak to the people in there and what have you. We love it. Cafe culture is one of our favourite things, you might have noticed. Anyway, now we are going to get in the car and go somewhere very, very local to here. There's apparently an abandoned resort and beach, abandoned. And apparently somewhere that Bob Marley's played before as well, and it's really cool to go and visit. It's arty and stuff. Anyway, that's what we've been told. It's not far from here, so we're going to go and jump in the car, go and have a look at it, and see what it's all about. And then we've got a big day planned. We're going to go camp somewhere completely different tonight. We've got a night out tonight in Ibiza, a proper night out that's really dead, quirky and nostalgic, and we are so excited about it, and we'll share all of that with you. But first of all, we're going to go to the abandoned resort.
Cleaning off the condensation from Bobby, something we've only had to do a couple of times since being in Southern Europe, we hopped in and made our short journey to this mysterious abandoned hotel, not really knowing what this abandoned hotel will actually be like or if there's any accessibility for vehicles. We went for it anyway, taking the opportunity to explore the unknown whenever we can, which is the thing that drives both Liam and myself. Oh wow, it is a proper abandoned building. It looks quite spooky actually.
I wonder why it was abandoned.
Yeah, it looks really like dishevelled. I wasn't actually expecting it to be so dishevelled. I thought it was going to be like, I don't know, a bit nicer. I don't know why.
You can even see bags of cement and stuff in there where they've just they've just thrown down tools and buggered off. Do you know what I mean? Like something. Obviously, it's a money thing, isn't it? It's always a financial thing, isn't it, that happens? Or someone, the benefactor someone dies or something like that. But yeah, it's spooky because it looks abandoned. Like everyone's just gone, tools down, that's it. End of building, end of development.
We headed down the dusty road to the abandoned hotel, which was standing alone on top of a small cove near Portinatx. This hotel was clearly under construction when work suddenly stopped. But what makes this place so unique is that lots of world-renowned international graffiti artists have made their impression on it, turning what could be an eerie building into something intriguing and colourful. So much so that we heard from different people that Bob Marley even played here on his visit to Ibiza in the 70s.
Should we go up the stairs?
Probably get away with those stairs, yeah.
Go up these stairs.
Walk down those stairs there. There's a massive hole in the floor.
Okay, maybe it's a bit dodgy.
Some of it's a bit crumbly wumbly.
Okay, let's go up these. Ooh. I really don't want to fall through anything.
I got you, sweetheart.
You catch me if I fall?
I'll catch you if I fall. See what I mean? Like, it's proper dodgy. Proper dodgy.
Yeah, okay, I won't go any further.
See the bits where the floor's just caved in? It's proper dodgy to be walking around, to be fair. Like, when you're on the earth, it's okay. But just here, like, quite a few places. When you think you're walking on solid ground, you've got massive holes and straight through down 2 floors. So it's it's leg breaking territory if you're not careful. But just wonderful, like urban street art, with nature crawling in as well. Really, really, really cool venue. I can see if Bob Marley came here post abandonment, I can see why he did it totally. And if he came here before abandonment, I can see why he did it totally. Definitely, we're on the very northern part of the island. Definitely one of Ibiza's best beaches is right there, in my opinion. It's quiet. There is a bar down there. I don't know whether it'd be better without the bar and the sunbeds and stuff. Different preferences, I guess. But the whole shape of the whole thing, how it goes, you have to climb down to it and climb back out to get out of it and stuff, makes it a little bit more private. And it's beautiful. It's so nice and rugged. And there's like the abandonment of certain structures there is just, I think that might be my favourite beach in the whole of Ibiza.
We left the stunning little beach to head to Portinatx to go for a bite to eat for breakfast. We decided to go to a place we had been to before, where we know makes the most amazing tomato tostada, a basic Spanish delicacy that's always low in cost, and the complex itself also has a beautiful swimming pool overlooking the town below. Guests are free to use the facilities as long as they buy food and drink from the bar. We used this place to edit our last video when we couldn't charge any of our devices in the car. During that time, Liam befriended the Argentinian lady who ran the bar, who promised this time to show him how to properly prepare his favourite morning drink that's also super popular in Argentina, yerba mate, which Liam has drunk religiously for over 5 years, and apparently he has been preparing it wrong all this time.
Okay, so big problem. We are going out tonight and I need something to wear. I obviously can't go wearing this or any of my sort of clothes that I brought car camping with me because I didn't know that we were coming to Ibiza. So yeah, I have to sort out this problem, so we need to hit some shops. Let's go shopping!
Yay.
Okay, so I had a bit of a panic there because I was going into all of the really gorgeous boutique-y type shops and finding stuff that I really wanted and realising that dresses and even some tops as well were about 350 euros. So on average, you're looking at spending from 100 to 400 pounds if you want to go shopping in the boutiques. And admittedly, they're absolutely stunning. Like, you couldn't get nicer clothes. All sparkly, really well made, but they're just not in my price range. So I've had to go more commercial sort of high street shops, which are about the same price as the UK. So it works well for me. I'd love to go shopping here in Ibiza, like properly though, one day.
Okay, we just left Ibiza town. And we've just stopped off along the way. Tonight, we are going to San Antonio. San Antonio is the #1 going out place in the whole of Ibiza. It's the busiest, it's the most crowded, it's got the most amount of bars. It can be it's got the clubs there, it's got everything there. When people go for partying in Ibiza, it's generally where they go to. We've avoided it up until now. However, we're going on a night out there tonight. There's 2 locations that we want to go to tonight, and if we get to see both those locations, it'll be fantastic. The second one being probably the most exciting. And I'll tell you what they are in a second. You might think we're mad for going on a night out and car camping. Not only are there restrictions on camper vans and stuff and sleeping in vehicles, but adding drinking alcohol into there and partying into there, it runs a too big a risk. One that could see us in jail, which we're not willing to do, as well as €750 fine and all the rest of it. So tonight, we're going to be staying at a homestay. This homestay is sort of half homestay, half campsite. Now, campsites on the island are like, you know, €65-70 plus. That's without electricity. So it's really unaffordable to do, in my opinion. Yeah, if you want to do that, go for it, because I've heard they're really good and really nice. One of them's on the beach and they've got a beach bar and stuff. For us, we didn't want to part with that sort of money. The one we're going to costs a fraction of that, starting at €25 without electricity or €30 with electricity. Because we need to top up on electricity as well, it seems like a sort of a double whammy, 2 birds with 1 stone. So we're going to go and stay at an Ibizan homestay. Really looking forward to it, and we're almost there now. And so we're going to have a look around together, and then we'll explain the nights out that we're going to be going on.
Amazing. So we've parked up under this tree at this gorgeous little homestay. I think they take about 20 cars here, but it's very, very quiet. And you can see Antonio off in the distance. And yeah, it's got a really nice feel to it. It feels really relaxed and chilled. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
The facilities were basic but really nice, with a hot water outdoor shower, a toilet with sink, mirror and a plug point, which for me tonight is really useful for drying my hair. It also has a beautiful swimming pool, but we had no time for that. Sunset was looming and we needed to get ready for our night out.
Okay, so basically this big night out, we are going to have to switch to iPhones very, very shortly, because you're not allowed cameras in Ibizan clubs. We were going to go to a big Ibiza night, big club night, but the cheapest one we could find was like €50-60 entry, and that's not with the drinks being also €25 on top. So then we had a big long think about it and thought, what can we do? What's a really, really decent night? Bit of digging, talking to our good friends Gary and Melissa, who've been recommending so much stuff on this trip. They suggested going somewhere called Pikes, which is a big house party in a hotel, in a resort. This resort is very, very famous for 2 reasons. The first one being Freddie Mercury had a suite there. If Freddie Mercury had a suite there, then you know the party is good. The party, we believe, takes place in Freddie Mercury's suite. The second reason, and the most incredible one, which is quite funny one actually, is that it's also the video setting location for Club Tropicana by Wham George Michael. So it's all set around there. How could you not go to this? Okay, so that's where we're going now. We're not going to take the camera out with us. We're going to switch to phones and we're going to film as much as we possibly can. We're going to go to San Antonio on the beachfront to either Cafe Del Mar or Cafe Mambo, 2 really famous sunset spots. And that is where everybody goes for sunset, and it's the place to be, sort of thing. We're dressed up a little bit. Janine's way more dressed up than I am. It's going to be a great night. Everything's been building up to this. Let's just see what happens.
After getting ready, the owners of the guest house were so kind to give us a lift to San Antonio, where we were so excited for the night ahead.
So what's the plan?
The plan is we're going to head to a sunset spot, and where we're going to try and get in a bar called Cafe Mambo, which is famous here in Ibiza, and it's actually where everyone goes, because sometimes some of the top DJs go there to do like a warm-up set at sunset, and so by chance you might be lucky and there might be a top DJ there. So we're going to head there and try our luck and have a drink anyway, watch the sunset.
Put all your stuff away and check out for the day. There's no time to waste when it's 100 degrees.
Oh my god.
Oh,
well done, Liam.
That had some force behind it.
We head into town, see what it's about. Barely need a shirt, though the sun has almost set. Make the most of it. I know we will dance and sing. streets and the city's on fire.
Right, we are done with sunset. It's all over and done with. We've had a really, really good time on the cheap as well. We've had access to all this amazing music. Yeah, we bought our own drinks as well. A little bit trolleyed, a little bit tipsy. We're gonna go head to Pikes now. Pikes is the place where they filmed Club Tropicana and Freddie Mercury had his own suite there. It's going to be a wild night, I'm pretty sure of it. We're gonna go grab a taxi now and try and take you along with us.
Okay, so before we actually leave here, I just wanted to really quickly tell you about the music. If you do come to Ibiza and you want to come here and watch the sunset, the music in Cafe Del Mar was like super chilled, sort of Ibiza kind of Cafe Del Mar style music. And that was really nice. If you go to Cafe Mambo, you've got kind of,
indie.
It was like indie music. And that was really cool as well. If you go to Space, they do like operatic music.
Full on Pavarotti.
It's really full on. All of them were awesome, so just pick whatever one you want.
This is Pikes, this is Pikes.
Oh my god, we're in. This is so cool.
There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.
You want a Club Tropicana, don't you?
Yeah.
They know their market. They know exactly what you're going to be having. Club Tropicana is full of sunshine and drink
Nice.
for free.
And a bit of, not for free. Thank you so much. That's so exciting. I got a proper nice cocktail here.
What's it called?
Club Tropicana cocktail, and behind me is Club Tropicana.
Liam, not as adventurous as me with the drinks, grabbed a beer and we hung out by the pool where George Michael recorded his famous Club Tropicana video all those years ago, also starring owner of the resort, Tony Pike. And whilst I was admiring the decor of the toilets, the evening turned from pool party to complete madness. Pikes is a TARDIS, and it's very easy to get lost inside the labyrinth of rooms, each with their own character, history, and DJ or live music. The music was actually fantastic, going from easy listening to hard house, but the best part was partying in Freddie Mercury's old suite, including his bathroom, which was full of people, definitely not for anyone who suffers with claustrophobia. It's reported that Freddie Mercury's record was 2 weeks non-stop partying at Pikes, and we felt grateful to be able to join Freddie and George for an evening in spirit as we partied literally all night long.
Wow, Pikes was incredible. If I could recommend one night in Ibiza, that would be it. No entrance fee. The drinks aren't as expensive as the other big clubs. And it's probably the most unique club night I've ever been to. With all the nostalgia, we were started off the night drinking cocktails around the Club Tropicana pool, much like George Michael did back in the day. And then we partied in Freddie Mercury's suite and his bathroom. The music was good, it was intense, it was claustrophobic, it was classy, it was ravey, it was everything. As I said, just so unique. I thoroughly recommend that. And I can't advertise the little campsite homestay that we've been staying at because I don't think they want that. But if you come to Ibiza in a camper van or motorhome or a car camper, then you know the right places to look to find these sorts of information, so I don't have to advertise it. You'll be able to find it quite easily. Just outside of San Antonio. Ibiza has really, really, really opened our eyes. First of all, I just want to say, and this is with complete honesty, it's been one of the most awesome van life experiences that we've had so far. It's definitely worth the 9-hour ferry journey. The ferry ticket was cheap, and it's been wild and it's been chilled and it's been awesome. It's been just what we needed. We've done a lot of chilling out around outside of making the videos as well, and had a really, really good time. Just before we left, I wanted to go through some quick do's and don'ts, as I think it might help you if you decide to come and do it yourself. The first one being is if you're in a camper van or a motorhome or a car camper, you want to get as cheaper tickets as possible on those ferries. We went with Balearic ferries, and I found that doing it last minute, so booking the ticket the day before or the day before that, made it cheaper. I also used a VPN VPN as well to toggle through different countries to book the tickets with, and it seemed to make it cheaper as well. And so I would do that and be prepared to travel in the week, and that makes it even more cheaper. So best of luck with that one. With regards to arriving on the island, if you're in a camper van or a motorhome and you wanted to do wild camping, be bloody careful. You've seen the problems that we've had. We had one run-in with the law, and the rest of the time we spoke to motorhomes and camper vanners, and they felt a bit edgy, in all honesty. They've direct quoting that because they feel like they're going to get caught all the time. So it might not be as relaxing as you think it might be, especially if you're in a big motorhome that stands out and you can't hide as easily. What I would say is that if you do that, then just be careful. Don't get any of your gear out. Don't leave your shoes outside the van. They want any excuse to fine you, to make an example of you. One thing I would say is the north for us seemed to be a lot more chilled and, with regards to campers. A lot of the people who were living in camper vans were up in the north. The south, especially the southwest, St. Joseph, the police are hot on it, and we've heard stories, although we've not had direct experience of, people being fined while sleeping in the back of their camper vans or motorhomes during the daytime. That's how much they want to make an example of you. So be really, really careful. You're running a risk. There are free campsites on the island, and there's obviously that one that we've just stayed at that counts more of as a homestay. So search for homestays as opposed to a campsite, which made it significantly cheaper and a lot nicer, family run. But apparently the campsites are really good as well. There's one that's right on the beach. So do some research into that. The other thing I would say about is water. There are no beach showers. So if you're wild camping, you're relying on beach showers. There are no beach showers. They're all shut off because Ibiza literally has no water. So you're going to get pretty stuck if that's what you're relying on. With regards to drinking the tap water, I think you can get away with it, like, minutely. I've had a couple of quick quick digestion, as you can imagine. Yet we've been boiling it most of the time for cups of tea. I think even when you boil it, I think you're running a bit of a risk if you're doing it on a long-term basis because it's got such high salt and calcium levels. So be aware of that. Just buy tap water, buy bottled water, it's cheap enough. And the other thing I would say as well is our favourite part of the island was the north. As you might have been able to tell, it seemed a lot more chilled out with regards to vans, with regards to drinks prices, with regards to parties were outdoors rather than indoors. And it just seemed, for us, it had a much better energy. The south was quite a little bit more pretentious, and San Antonio was just full of people getting wrecked. So you choose the place that you want to go to based on that, but we definitely prefer the north, a lot more relaxed. And yeah, be prepared to spend some money. Even if you're in a car camping like we did, we got through some money, so be prepared for that. All those things in mind, you'll have a fantastic time like we did. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we're going to be returning on the ferry back to the south of France, and we're going to give it another go. Despite all the crime and stuff that we witnessed last time, I feel like we're a bit wiser. We've spent almost 3-4 weeks continually in the car. We've not slept anywhere else, and so we're getting more comfortable in it, we're getting more adapted to it, and a bit wiser, hopefully. So let's see what happens. See you next time.
All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.